That's total normal Fenway behavior. You just wait for him to calm down. He calms down. Like he totally knows what to do. He knows what's expected. So once he's calm, just let him out, and then he comes out here. Usually he'll go over to that corner, pee on the garbage can, check out if there's anything on that light, and then he's off to do his business around the yard. That's just normally how I just let him out to go to the bathroom. Other people can't. Leave it. Can't do this. No! He listens very well. Trying to dig holes over there. I think at that point, coming running at me like that, most people would. Well, I've seen a couple of them put their knee up and step backwards. But if you just ignore him, he just wants to come over and say hello. Sometimes he just runs right past you, really. But yeah, that's pretty much how he does for me, Taylor, Linda. There's like several people, no problem. There's a few people, and I'll tell you what they do. They, they're worried, obviously, from the get-go, so they show up with 3 Kongs. So the first one, they show it to him while he's in the kennel. And then they go, sit, 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 stay, stay, stay. and then they open the door and throw the Kong and say, okay. And he takes off out like a shot. But he knows you got 2 more. So he leaves the Kong, comes back and starts poking you in the pocket with his nose. Yeah, you're clear. Comes back and he starts poking him in the pocket with his nose, because he knows you gotta throw that one. He runs part way out, turns around, comes back, because he knows you got another one. If he thinks there's something more interesting, he's going to be more interested in that. So someone had a shiny water bottle. He was playing with his toy, suddenly lost interest in the toy, focused on the water bottle. Yeah. And he ended up jumping on her, grabbing her sleeve, and I think she got a little bruised up from it. But I can have all kind. Like I have my stuff over here. I can have all kinds of stuff out here. Not a problem. If I have like a tennis ball, he'll want it. He might even poke me in the pocket, but he won't do anything. I've teased him, taken my. Because the sleeves are the things, sleeves and gloves back in the winter, he would nip at the gloves and try to pull them off. But back then, oh shit, I left it open. Oh. But back then it was more innocent. He would leash grab a little bit, stuff like that, nip at the gloves, try to pull them off and run away with them, that sort of thing. But it wasn't until he really started like jumping on people, grabbing the sleeves of their sweatshirts and pulling and pulling and pulling, and he's not aggressive in any way. He's just trying to re-grip. When he gets a hold of the sleeve, if he tries to re-grip, he'll get your arm. All this stuff about Cujo and all that stuff is a bunch of crap. He's not aggressive in any way. He's just really anxious. He has babesia. It's a blood-borne bait fight dog kind of thing. It's contagious through bites, and he has babesia, and he was on steroids for a while. He was perfectly normal before the steroids. Had this underlying nervousness, just a little bit, but a great dog. He would roll over, give you a belly up. Sometimes he'd like pet him, and he'd just start lip licking a little bit, but like nothing out of the ordinary, nothing crazy. It wasn't until after he started on the steroids that he started with obsessive behaviors. So if people see this light over here, probably can't see it from here. It's just like this one. People like to stash Kongs and toys up there when they don't want the dogs to get to them. So he focuses on that, jumps and wants to get it. There was a tennis ball in that fenced area one time. He ripped that fence down. It's not like posted in or anything, but he ripped the fence down to get in there at it. Just obsessing over the tennis ball. And it's been, I'm going to say like 3 months now. It does take a while for the steroids to get out of the system. And I've seen this before. We've had other dogs go through this. And it takes a while for the dog's obsessive behaviors to calm down. And it just seems like you can keep it under control while they're going through that, while they're on the medication and shortly thereafter. You can keep it under control, but you can't really train them out of it. So it's been like 3 months now. I think a lot of it is he's probably kind of frustrated. People are nervous when they approach him. It's like he knows if somebody goes to the front of his kennel and slides the door open, he's already ready. Like he knows who that person is and he knows what he can get away with. With the people that don't let him get away with it, he's fine. But if those other people come out, he'll get all excited, and he may even jump on some of the other people that he's normally good with just because this new person came out. He got all excited again, and when he does that, I'm not gonna really be able to get him over here right now. But when he does that, he'll start pacing back and forth between people and then poking them sometimes, with his nose or jumping on him a little bit. And I'll just grab his collar and kind of hold him down. I'd push him back into his sit, hold him down, and I hold him in a way. Here he comes. Good boy. I just hold, you see that's always been there. He's always done. But I'll hold him like this in a way that he can't turn until he's just calm, and then I let him go. So like any kind of excitement out of him, he's snot face. Any kind of excitement out of him worries people, because as soon as he just ran out towards me, that would worry somebody, and they would either back away. Of course, that's going to encourage him to go forward. A lot of it, I think, with the obsession, turns into a game, and he sees some of these people as like a rag doll. It's just a more fun toy than the toy that he's had. I'll show you some stuff later, what I've been doing with him. I do a little game we play that reinforces no. And then basic stuff, play, stay. I tease him with the toys, make him stay there. He has really good control. He listens really well. He'll walk around, he'll start eating some of that straw-like grass that binds him up. See if he does it. Yeah, there he goes. No! Tell him no and he stops. And that for me usually works for everybody. So I think, if you take him to evaluate him and he respects you, you're not really going to see any bad behavior out of him. You might have to try him out with different people before you see something. I take the sleeve or the glove, pull the sleeve out so it's kind of flapping at the end, and I'll wave it in front of his face and, smack him in the face with it. Come on, get it, come on, get it. He just turns around and he walks away. He avoids that because, he knows I'm going to disagree with it, so he just doesn't even bother with it. So I can come out here with radios and leashes and everything hanging off me. He'll totally leave it alone, but not with everybody. It's really, really hard to explain to people, especially once they've developed a fear, that, it's not so much him as it is you. I know what they're expecting from you guys. They're expecting you to take him and him to come back here just like completely cured and, a 4-year-old can handle him. But I think it's going to take time to get there, and people are scared at this point. So for a place like this, it makes it hard when there's only certain people that can handle him. When other people around that can't, he doesn't get out, or somebody has to come and handle him. But as you can see, I'll show you more stuff later, but as you can see, he's just totally, for the most part, pretty much minds his own business and listens really well. Only thing he's ever done to me is he'll go around, do his thing. When he's done, he'll come trotting over. So let's say I'm sitting down, he'll come over he'll put his chin on my knee, and he'll start to lick his lips a little bit. I'll pet him, scratch behind his ears. He'll close his eyes, and then he'll start to lean into me, and then he may put his paw up on my leg like he wants to try to get up. And at that point, he like gets nervous. You know, if you're patting him or whatever, gets like really anxious or nervous, and then all of a sudden he'll turn and just mouth. He'll just kind of grab, but not a firm grip, not a bite. And then I do the same thing. I just grab the collar and calm him down. Alright, we'll come back. I probably have to do this in another video. I don't know if I can edit all this together or not. So we'll be back in a bit.